And as a coach, you're just hoping your offense can take the field on the first series of the game and create a little bit of momentum, get into a rhythm. How about that running play? Hitting a home run early in this game. You know that's got the sidelines all juiced up.
And the PAT makes it 7-0. They wasted no time on that drive. Got it on their 25, and 2 plays later, they're in the end zone. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. From inside the 15, chance for a good return. Probably needed to pick up an extra block or 2, but as it is, he'll be stopped at the 28. The offense changing the play. Looking to throw on first down. He's going to go for a big one. Snags it down the right side. They make the stop, but a big pickup thanks to the big arm from this senior quarterback. The Trojans make a living on stretching the field with big plays in the passing game because they just throw the ball to that receiver.
No doubt about it. And guess what? Everybody in Hollywood likes this, right? Like the big, explosive, dynamic, fun plays. And that's exactly what USC does year after year.
Looking to pass. It's Fox. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, they're trying to attack the middle of the field. That time the ball a little too high for his wide receiver, and it falls incomplete.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Intercepted to stop the threat. Takes it the other way. Powers through the 30 and runs through another one. Touchdown Mustangs. The defense takes matters into its own hands.
And the defense sets the tone early in this football game. We're still in the first quarter, and this is looking like they're putting a complete game together. Offense scoring, defense scoring. Palmer, they're up 2 touchdowns already.
Yeah, you got to give this coaching staff credit. They have their guys ready to go, and this is what you call firing on all cylinders early in a game.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. Here he comes from inside his own 5.
Well, that is a very disappointing kickoff return. They've got to do a better job up front blocking these guys running down the field. There was just nowhere for that return man to go.
And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. Pushes his way for a couple and gets it to the 7-yard line.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Off the play fake. Throws to the wideout. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. And he's going to take it all the way. Touchdown, SMU. No mid-season doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in week 6.
And they come up with a huge pick six, and that is one of the reasons this defense has been so dominant all season long. They don't give up big plays, but they take the football away. And once they do, they've got better athletes than you do. They're hard to bring down. They can flip the game on a dime.
Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
He might want another play. Second down, they'll go to the air. That's caught. It's Kramer. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
Out routes are very much about timing. It's got to be a quick, decisive movement from the quarterback. As soon as he sticks that foot in the ground, you know he's breaking out. Throw it right now so he can go make you a play. Great pitch, great catch.
Wants to go up top on first down. He's going for it all. And it falls incomplete. But it could have been much, much worse as the defender was right there. So now it's second and long. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. Got the first down and more. Got room at the 35. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down.
Well, that's why this running game can be so dynamic. This guy is special when he has the football in his hands. He can make people miss, he can run with power, and he also has speed. You saw it on that last play.
To the air on first down. Rushes on him. Pucks it out of the air. No chance to run, but they still move it forward. And the Trojans racing to the line in a hurry-up. Wants to fire on second down. And it's incomplete. He was looking to the end zone and trying to get 6.
And as an offense, you want to stay aggressive. You want to keep calling these downfield shots. I want to send a clear message. You're trying to take the top off this defense. You keep calling downfield shots. You soften up the coverage. You get those safeties playing deep. That's good.
And that ball's free behind the line. Recovered by the defense, and he's off. He almost popped out of there. A huge return, but they will take it. They are in business after the fumble recovery. Might have to give that coach a flag and a whistle. He was right on in his view of the play, and the officials agree and overturn the call. Now on fourth down and 5, they'll try to move the chains. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. They spun that wheel of fortune on fourth down and come up bankrupt. Quarterback and running back set up in the pistol. They'll test the right side. He's stuffed after picking up 1 to the 23.
You definitely want to commit to the run game. You want to establish the run game. You want the defense to honor it. But if it doesn't work a little later down the road, you might think about airing that puppy out.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He wants to go deep. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on 2nd down. They're staring at 3rd.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be throwing as many incompletions if he just lets the coverage tell him where to go with the ball.
And how about the offense coming out early, establishing the running game? This is an offense that is going to throw the ball all over the yard. So good. Top 10 in passing in college football. But I like it when you sprinkle it in.
Oh, the fake. The up man looking for room. Spins away from the defense.
They had the exact look they had practiced for and what they wanted. The up man gets the snap directly. He's able to use the speed, get the first down, and the chains are moving.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. To the air, it's Grant. Keeps looking downfield. Rolling, throwing, looking right. Intercepted. Turns it on in midfield. Got room on the return. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. They largely dominated the first quarter and built a nice lead to get started. They've got a first down here to open the period. They'll leave it with him. Stop behind the line. He'll lose a yard.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case, and there they try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
Open space at the 25. Run out of bounds at about the 13-yard line, and that's where this offense will go back to work. They built this offense around finding mismatches and just get the ball in the back and let him do his thing.
Yeah, it didn't have to be long down the field. Like it threw it right near the line of scrimmage, but you know I got a guy, when he gets in space, he can make big plays happen. Nice decision by the QB.
I love the quick decision the QB made there on that RPO, knowing he wanted to get it out of his hands fast. He just needs to make a more accurate throw moving forward.
Might be calling a hot route. Right on target this time. So close to that end zone. He can almost taste it, but it'll be first and goal for this offense. The Trojans are on the move. They'll run it on first and goal. And he's brought down at the line of scrimmage, and the ball will stay at the 2.
That's a great job by the defense, but I don't think the quarterback made the right decision on that RPO. It looked as if the defense was expecting run. They had the box crowded. That's when the quarterback, I think, needs that hold.
And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, USC! And the offense finds a way to cut into this lead. They still have plenty of work to do.
They do, but that's a big score. You don't want to get late and start getting in the second half when you're fighting to come back by so many points. So great job getting points, get that momentum back on your side so you can come out and do some good things when you get the ball next time.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Tough to beat in action, gentlemen. You know that. Let's take a look at the highlights. Eastern Michigan is ahead in this one. This team plays a hard-nosed style of football there in the MAC, but they're a long way from closing this out. They're up by 4 over Toledo. The Maction never sleeps, and we'll circle back if anything big happens you should know about.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. They've seen the good and the bad already. A touchdown on the opening drive, a pick-up. There he goes! Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs.
Another good run. Man, he has been picking up yards in bunches today. Jesse showing off all the skills.
And he's showing no signs of slowing down, David. This guy just gets better as the game goes on. He is a beast.
And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming. What will they dial up on second and a long? field. It's Grant. Dances away. He's going to fire to the left. And they can't hook up, going for the big play on second down. Now it's third down.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affected the football game.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. Looking to move the chains. They throw it complete to the left. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. Fourth down, and this crowd trying to help this defense rise to the occasion. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Buys a little time. On the move to the right and looking for a big one. There he goes. Touchdown Mustangs. And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching it.
If I'm a play caller nowadays, man, I want more guys like this. Just versatility. You can see he can catch it out of the backfield like a wide receiver, or he can run it. Nice job catching the football with his hands, using his speed to do the rest and get into the end zone.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he takes this from inside the 5. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Out of the gun, they give to the back. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And this offense on first down, man, they go backwards. And they built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they
intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. Touchdown, SMU. This defense making a big play and putting it in the end zone. Look, a lot of time left. There's a little bit of distance right now being put on the scoreboard.
There is, but it's so awesome when you're a defense and you study all week about what's coming and what routes to be ready for, and then you jump the route and you make the plays and you just go get in that end zone. It is so beautiful.
Set to kick it off.
From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. And he did a good job bobbing and weaving and finding a little bit of running room on that return. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. They'll send the back in motion. They'll start this drive going to the air. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
I love the defensive effort there. They didn't get him right away. They stayed after him. He was scrambling, going backwards. They get the sack on the first play of the drive.
We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. And the Trojans with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Steaming into the backfield to make the stop, and he'll lose 4.
Well, after ripping off a big-time run on his opening carry, a negative play this time around, and this is going to be key. They're going to keep giving him the ball, and they need him to have more positive plays than negative ones if they're going to win.
On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. The Trojans will line up to punt it away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. And they'll touch it dead at about the 40. take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Looking to throw, it's Grant. If the quarterback's a little more on target there, maybe they hook up, but it's an incompletion. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Wants to go up top. Gonna let it fly. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a third down.
Long incompletions are okay. We got to take shots. You got to make big plays in college football. I love that you're taking shots. Keep taking them. Some of those are going to come home. Some of them aren't. But when they come home, they equal big-time points.
Going back to the well, another deep ball. And trying to put points on the board on third down. Now they're staring at fourth down.
It's so nice when you know it's third and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
3 straight incompletions, and undaunted, they'll go for it on 4th and 10. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Looking down the middle. That's caught. It's Brown. And he's brought down after a nice gain. This senior shows some serious arm strength, firing that one in for the first down. Wants to keep it in the air. He's looking deep. Touchdown Mustangs! They went for it all, and it paid off with the score.
And we are officially in blowout mode. This offense has been up and down the field. We've seen so many explosive plays, and they score again before going in at halftime, guys. I'm hoping we can have a running clock here in the second half.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. He only needs a sliver of daylight. And he'll be brought down after a solid effort on that return. First play of this drive comes from the 35-yard line. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. Fires to the wideout. Complete to the right. Oh, what a big play for this offense as they get into the 33-yard line. And the Trojans want to crank the tempo. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. And they took a shot on that one but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete.
Well, we know this offense hasn't been able to get it going on the ground so far in this game. Now they're trying through the air, but give this defense credit. They've got a really good game plan. They've got all 11 guys on that side of the ball executing perfectly. Fantastic job in the back end that time, being in position and making sure that thing fell incomplete.
And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now and why they're trailing on the scoreboard is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
Making side adjustments here. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's fourth down. They'll leave the offense out there to try to get it past the marker and pick up the first.
QBs and receivers on third down, everything has to happen just a split second sooner. You're expecting pressure, the quarterback gets hit, just not on the same page with his target.
They're throwing for it on fourth down. Bringing the heat. Bought a little time, lets it go. It's incomplete. A fourth down stop and the turnover on downs.
Man, aggressive play calls. Everybody wants you to be aggressive. They're aggressive. They take their shot. Now they got to live with a little bit of the consequences. They turn the football over on downs. Now their defense has to go.
And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. The Mustangs have put themselves in dire straits after that last play at 2nd and a mile. Finds the tight end. And an absolutely fearless tackle, giving up size, still got him on the turf. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half, maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. He'll loft one deep down the left side. A big-time catch along the sidelines. Got the foot down and an excellent throw, too.
Man, we knew coming into this game just how explosive this offense could be, and a big part of that is their ability to throw the football. They've scored a ton of points, and it's because they can generate plays like that. When this quarterback sees the one-on-one matchup he wants, he is not afraid to pull the trigger, and he hits a big throw there.
Looking for a man. It's Grant. He'll take another shot here. Incomplete. They took a shot to wrap up the half and came up empty. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. And the Mustangs will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. Takes it inside his own 20. Chance for great field position here. Maybe if he could have eluded just one or two more guys, it would have been a big return, but they'll mark it at the 30. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. Nothing went right in that first half, and the first order of business here. Try not to be embarrassed any further.
But the comeback is possible. Remember 2006, Michigan State down 35 to Northwestern at halftime? They somehow came back and won the game. But it all starts on one play, and that has to happen here on this first drive for the offense.
Yeah, the first possession, because your possessions, you're only going to get so many possessions, and you got to score on every single one of them. Offense, defense, special teams have to play out of their mind, but they have to believe.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. And now this offense tries to figure out a way to move the chains after the second down misfire. Still on his feet at the 45. Flying down the left side. And he'll ramble to the 34 before he's finally knocked down.
Really nice decision by the quarterback. Third and long, and nothing was open deep down the field. So he's able to check it down and get it to a pretty athletic guy who shows you what they can do with the ball after the catch. He finds a few blocks, he uses his speed, and that turns into be a huge gain for the offense.
And he takes it all the way down to the 10-yard line. An explosive play for this offense.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. They're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the defense knows they're probably going to be throwing the ball every play here in the second half moving forward.
Quarterback making checks. Looking downfield on first down. He's got him. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend.
Nice job by the wide receiver getting open on that slant route against man coverage. He fakes like he's going to the outside. He's able to create some separation, cross his face, and then secures the catch.
Trying to move the pile into the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2.
And now a big third down coming up. Down multiple possessions. This is one, Palmer, I'm looking for 6. I'm not trying to kick a field goal. I want to cut into this.
And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Trojans!
And I tell you what, I'm not picking a team unless I got a guy that can do something like this at the quarterback spot. I need an athlete. I need a little bit of mobility. It just dictates too much to the defense. QB runs in for 6.
And he tacked on the extra point. He took it 68 yards on that drive and finished the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And that is not the optimal solution there. The kickoff out of bounds, and the offense will have a little bit easier time of things. Wants to throw. It's Grant. Here comes the heat. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32. They'll tell you that somebody's always going to pop open, but it didn't happen in time before they got the sack.
No, it did not. And you know what? I'm going to remember this. I'm going to remember zone defense. They didn't really have an answer. They weren't ready to get rid of the football. Quarterback hesitated. I got to him and got him on the ground. Might be a good call later on in the game.
Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. It's a fumble on the play. Defense swarming on that loose ball. Turnover.
Offensive players, when they got the ball in their hand, they're trying to make plays, right? Trying to make you miss. There's nothing better than closing that gap and sticking that head right in that guy's chest and causing a fumble.
And how about the keen eyes and sharp awareness from the coach to challenge that call, and the officials agree it'll go his way. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. He's going to throw deep right side. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a fourth down.
I think the biggest issue in the passing game for this offense has been accuracy, right? The last time this guy took the field, he completed less than 50% of his throws, and you're seeing that again in this game. Just hasn't been able to put the ball where he wants it to go.
The Mustangs will bring the punt team, and they're going to try it again. It's another fake. There he goes. Bulldozes his way through. And how much running room have they been able to find just all day? They are piling up unbelievable rushing stats. And the Mustangs just got that huge run. They love a shot toward the end zone. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. And he'll be marked down, but what a play to come up with that interception.
And what a play by the defender. He's on an island all by himself in cover one man coverage. Just him and the wide out, and he ends up winning, coming up with a big INT.
This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. They haven't had a whole lot of production, nor much to show for it on the scoreboard so far. And if they're going to get back in this game, he wants to take the top off. Makes the grab down the left side. A huge play, and they get it all the way to the 45-yard line.
I love offensive coordinators that take shots in sudden change situations. You just got the takeaway. You're not wasting any time. Defense is jogging on the field. They barely...
Oh, he's got some space. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down.
I know the offense is down by a lot here in the second half. You just need one big play, though, to spark the offense, get the confidence going, and they may have found it right there in that completion. Good throw, good catch. Now we got to keep it going.
Leaves it with the running back. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
You just sense the frustration starting to build, not only on offense, but I think with this running back as well. He is so talented. He's had some massive games throughout his career. Just haven't been able to get him going early in this game. That was a pretty good run there. Let's see if he can turn it on here in the second half.
Wide open downfield. He's stopped just short of the goal line, but they'll have it first and goal from the one. They'll try to get it in with the run. And that's a live ball behind the line.
This is a defense that prides themselves on getting takeaways, and with their backs against the wall, they're able to force the fumble and fall on it in the end zone for a touchback.
Gives it on the option. On the move at the 30. Turning on the Jets. And I wasn't sure they were going to be able to catch him. They finally did, but they gave up a huge play.
And how about the running back, man? Rips off a big play. This offense creates some momentum, and what do? They keep their foot on the gas, right back on the football to try to keep this offense rolling.
The little soft flip pass falls incomplete.
Man, an almost disaster again for this offense. He's already thrown 2 interceptions. The defense got their hands on another one. They are dialed in. They really got to...
Turning it on! An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
And I love these offensive coaches going right back to your guy. I believe in you. Just because you fumbled doesn't mean I'm not going to give you the football.
Yeah, he's repaying the favor right now to this coaching staff as well.
Throws toward the end zone. And it's caught! Touchdown, SMU!
A lot of times you see those receivers, as soon as they get by the DBs, you know, that hand goes straight up in the air. I got him. I got to step on him. He got to step on him, and the ball was thrown perfectly out in front. And you can see he runs underneath it, gets it, and gets the long touchdown on the go route.
Play the analytics here, and you go for 2. Looking to throw, it's Grant. To the end zone, and it's picked off.
I love the coverage by the defense right here. Great job getting up in their space. Nothing easy down here for a 2-point conversion. The interception was just gravy.
USC 14.
Here's the return from inside his 10. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. Thought we might see some of this. They'll go to the Wildcat formation here. Snap to the back, finding open areas. And they'll drag him down. That's likely the last play of the 3rd quarter. That's the end of the period, and SMU has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. As we enter the 4th quarter, let's see if anything memorable can come from this one. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. Back to pass. Got it behind the line. It's Kramer. And that is a nifty bit of navigation to get through that traffic and get the first down.
Well, the defense makes the tackle. They give up the first down. They've now got to communicate the next play call. They can't substitute because the offense is going fast.
Oh, man, what a missed opportunity. Big fella almost got to run with the ball. Instead, it falls incomplete and brings up 2nd down. All wideouts, no backs. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. Trying to pick up a first down. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Got his man to the left. He goes out of bounds after the big play, but there is a penalty marker on the field. Let's see what that one's about. So the big gain, all for naught, brought back due to the laundry on the field, and they'll try it again. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
And you got to expect this offense to go for it again here on 4th down, right? Obviously trailing, we're in the 2nd half, but we saw them try to go for it on 4th down early. Didn't have any success. They've got to dial up a better play here.
On 4th down, looking for the completion. Unloads to the wideout. Makes the grab. It's Kramer. And he's down at the 41. That's a first down.
Got to have better tackling in the back end on defense. The guy didn't have the first once he had the ball in his hand, but because you missed the tackle, they've now got a fresh set of downs.
Finds his big tight end. Breaks into the open.
Yeah, this defense is going to have a plan for this tight end, especially when he lines up in the slot, because there's a lot of different routes he can run, and because of his size and his wingspan, he's very, very difficult to cover.
They just keep firing. Here's a hit. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the fourth quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. And they can't hook up, going for the big play on second down. Now it's third down.
And I absolutely love what this defense is doing, man. You know exactly what time it is. You've got a big lead. They're going to have to throw the football. So more nickels, more dimes, bring the speed on the field, and get ready to play the pass.
They were really starting to put a drive together, but after a couple of incompletions, now they need a big play on 3rd and 10. They'll move the tight end. Trying play action. The short hands, it's Kramer. Brought down at the 37-yard line, and this defense denies them on 3rd down.
And this offense just hasn't found a way to kind of open it up. Like, they haven't found those explosive plays. It feels like the defense is kind of strangling them and staying really close to the line of scrimmage because of their lack of their big play ability over the top. This offense has to dial something up.
On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. Makes the grab, plenty for the first down. Well, they just drained all the suspense out of the 4th down conversion, moving the chains easily. And the best thing about this, the offense can't worry about the scoreboard. Just keep trying to make plays like that, Jesse.
I know a lot of people in the stadium probably feel like this game is over. Maybe it's been over for a while, Reese, but don't tell that to this quarterback and his teammates. They're still out there scrapping and clawing.
Unleashes to the end zone. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. The 50. He's at the 40. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return. The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Brown. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike.
Now, you've seen the evolution of these slot receivers. They're just matchup nightmares. They're hard to get your hand on. A lot of times, they're off the football. You can't jam them. These guys are so productive, and offenses really feature their best players most time in those slot positions.
This time, they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one. We've reached a 2-minute timeout, and in all likelihood, they could just run the clock out. We'll see if they want to rub a little salt in the wound. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down, they can't pick up the first without scoring. They'll try to power their way ahead. They got 0 push up front, and they stopped him in the backfield. Now on 4th down and 5, they'll try to move the chains. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's got it in the end zone for another touchdown, and this is a full-fledged beatdown.
With that last touchdown, they remain undefeated. And what can you say about this offense? One of the most explosive in the entire nation. And they're coming in, I think, every week with the mindset that we're just going to outscore everybody. We are okay going into a track meet. And that's really what we saw in this game today. But opponents just cannot keep pace with them and all of the athletes they have on the offensive side of the ball.
And before they can kick it, the receiving team's going to call a timeout. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. On the move from inside his own 20. Buys just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. This drive will start at their own 27-yard line. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. He's taking a deep shot. And it is another interception. Just a terrible struggle for this quarterback. Back to throw, it's Grant. Scrambling away. Got a man, it's Jackson. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to do it. They ought to be able to run out the clock from here.
And that's a first down for the offense.
They'll run the counter. There he goes. Got the first down. Looking for more. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me, or I should get conserved, because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
Just too much juice on that one as he airmails his receiver out of bounds. Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. From inside the 20, chance for great field position. They'll get this drive going from the 17. Sends it back in motion. Looking to throw on first down. Quarterback adapting. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. Back to throw, it's Fox. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. And that is his 5th interception. If he comes out to try for 6, he'll be lucky. Didn't really have room to operate on the return, but he hands him the ball at the 32.
This is a beautiful situation for the defense. When you're up by 2+ scores and you're in this situation, you know exactly what is coming. It's going to be a pass. They have to, because the clock is their enemy. Great job playing pass, forcing the interception, almost putting the nail in the coffin.
First snap of this drive will come from their own 32. Looking to take a shot. Can't make the connection. Incomplete pass, and 1 second remains.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
One more play. 2nd and 10. He'll throw again. He's not afraid to go deep. And this will be incomplete as the game comes to a close. They've reeled off 6 straight to start the season, undefeated, bowl eligible, but when you have that kind of record, the possibilities seem limitless.
What a great way to start the season. The best way possible, right? Like 6-0, taking care of business, building momentum. This squad continues to climb up the ranks. They're getting better. They're getting more respect. 6-0 is the best start you could have, Palmer, but they're looking for more.
It's been really fun watching this team to get up to this point. So much talent. They've got great coaching, and I feel like they could keep that 0 in the loss column all season long if they keep playing the way they did today.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.